Hello there. Hello there. My name is Cole J, and welcome to today. Today is Sunday. Today is a snowy Sunday at that. And I've changed up my camera angle here once again. I've got it in a tripod out here today, which is the same as yesterday. Or sorry, the day before that. But today it's kind of more of a facing down angle, which I think should be okay for us. Just see if that doesn't fall. But yeah, welcome to the show. Today we got some winter fishing to do. What's up, Coyote Killer Outdoors? First in the stream yet again. Silver 22 as well, with a number 1 crown. You'll love to see it. Welcome to the day. It's good to see. My rod and reel combo is back in action out on here on a snowy Sunday afternoon. Time is 3:58, and you wouldn't believe what I saw on the way in here this morning. Good gracious, it's actually the afternoon. I come in here, I'm holding my tripod, I'm holding my microphone, and don't I just stumble upon a fellow fisherman out here? Don't I just see someone casting a rod and reel combo from the bank? I mean, that's never happened. It's never happened since the weather got cold, so it's good to see some, it's good to see some fisherman activity out here when you don't normally see anything but the environment and myself out here. That's usually it. But I hope the audio is okay for today. I hope the audio is manageable. Did you ask if he caught anything? No, I did not. He didn't seem very interested in speaking to me, just based on the body language that he was giving off. Seemed like he was more focused on the fishing, but I just passed him by. I didn't want to bother him. The audio sounds great. That's actually really, really good to hear. Fantastic. Blue the Mushroom, welcome. How are you? It's clearly good. Good. Very, very good to hear. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Dennis, if that is actually true and you're not just saying things, RIP. What's good, bro? Don't die out there. Nathan, we're all good here today. You know what? No death should ensue. Luckily for me, I think I'm in a pretty decent spot. It is quite snowy. Not too windy today, a little on the colder side, but that's all right. Oliver, what's up, Oliver? Stealth FX, I am from Canada, actually. Good guess there. I am from Canada, absolutely. Trixie's in the chat for the first time in a little while. Good to see. Where are you at? It's snowing already. I'm in Northern Ontario, Canada, in the snow right now. Yeah. I'm here. Good to see. Welcome. There's a shark behind you. We'll have to see. I'll let him get me, I suppose. You're crazy fishing that weather? Some people call me crazy. Some people call me determined. You know what? We're still going to be out here regardless. It's a great day to go fishing. Respect, though. Thank you. Respect. Thanks, mate. Finally, a guy not posting AI content, brain rot. Yeah, you know what? I've heard a lot about that type of thing. Is that actually, like, extremely common? You go through live, like, in just live streams, you see a lot of crap? Is that how it goes? Are you from Texas? You look like that billionaire. Look, man, I'm from Canada. Northern Ontario, Canada. Always been here. Yeah. Hi, what's up? How are you? Hey, Jonas. What's up, man? Welcome, Jonas. Good to have you here. Everybody currently watching, make sure you've pressed like on the stream if you are enjoying it so far, as it really helps out the channel. Make sure you subscribe, too, to catch the next live stream out here. I subscribed. Nice to see. Right before I even had anything to do with it. Well, thank you very much. Shout out to Sear, we'll say. I can't quite see the name the best, but shout out to you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Welcome on board. What was the biggest fish you caught? It's a fantastic question. So for me, it was a 34.5-inch pike. That was my biggest fish. What about you, though? Please tell me. Are you here? Is that stupid, annoying sound? No more stupid, annoying sound going on, mate. We're all good. I caught nothing today. I've only been live for 5 minutes, so we're going to have to see what's going on here in the lake today. But I need to subscribe to make sure your hopes could come true. Well, thank you very much. Antonio, shout out to you. I really appreciate that. And everybody that joins the channel, joins the journey out here, is much appreciated, and you love to see that kind of thing. And so thanks very much, Antonio. Cool, are you in Alaska? Not quite. Just the good Northern Ontario outdoors here. Yeah. But you could think I'm in Alaska for sure. Someone else actually had the same thought. How's it been, Cole? Very well. I've been very well. So, in fact, Trixie, I was out fishing yesterday in the canoe on Lake Temagami. And for a couple hours, I had a pretty good time there. Had a good live stream. Yeah. What's up, Tristan? Hi, Canada. Yeah, this is welcome to Canada. Silver 22, $2 donation. Here's to supporting the channel. Thank you for the super chat, Silver 22. Respect to you, my friend, and W's in the chat for sure. Cheers. Cheers, my friend. Cool, you a free man? In what regard? In what regard? You have to be more specific. Yeah, Cofins. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I caught a 5-inch guard. A guard? What do you mean a guard? What's a guard? You meant to say maybe gar, perhaps. Respect, bud. Cheers. Well, thank you very much, mate. You know, you're an absolute legend, of course, but you don't need me to tell you that, I'm sure. How much Celsius is it there? Oh, you know what? I think it's probably around it's just like -1 or 2, I think. Nothing too crazy. The weather's actually not too bad for today. It's pretty decent, really. Yeah, not bad at all. I caught a snake before. I hate snakes. I hate the idea of a snake even existing near me. That sounds horrifying. Mark Gold, welcome to the chat. 18-pound trout, 27 to 26 inches long. That's a tank. That's a tank. Absolute giant. West Gaming 5610 said hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you on board. We're out here fishing for pike here today, out on the water. A little bit of snow falling here, doing some fishing in the snow, we call it, winter fishing, things like that. Yeah. Have you ever caught anything in my life? I've caught tons of fish in my life. On this lake, I have before, but not super recently. The fish have been, I think, separating from shore, which is, of course, where I'm currently standing. So that's not good for my fishing situation, but of course it is what it is, right? What are you gonna do? Sambo MTB said hi, how are you? Welcome. I will sub if you catch fish. Okay. All right. I'll try my best to hold you to that, my friend. I'll see what I can do. Good. What about you? Fantastic myself. Really am doing fantastic. Yeah, no, good day so far. Thought I'd come out, do a quick live stream, connect with some folks here and see what's good. But yeah, my dad can't trout that. Something like that. I think there might be some grammar issues happening there. Want a tip? As far as what goes? Enlighten me, please. All right, Mr. Gaming. Yeah, stick around and stay tuned, my friend, because big things are coming soon, I think. But as far as everything else goes, how is everybody in the chat? How are you all doing? It's nice to see some new faces in here as well. In fact, I have Jackson in the chat. So I was approaching here. I said it earlier in the stream, but a lot of people weren't here yet. I was approaching my fishing location as usual, Excuse me. And I saw, for the first time ever, another fisherman was on the shore. I thought, first time that's ever happened. In the last, month or so, I haven't seen anybody fishing here. Bertrand Bullet in the chat, what's going on, my friend? What was the weirdest thing you caught? That's a good question, Oliver. You know what? I really don't exactly know. I don't know exactly what the weirdest thing would be. I don't really have that one thing. Some people, you know, they say they caught a fishing rod or something. I don't really have a weird, super weird thing. I've been pretty relaxed, I guess. So you should match your lure to the watercolor. It attracts more fish, and fish can't avoid it if they see it. Match your lure to the watercolor. So this watercolor is extremely murky. Like, it's not even a foot visibility. I'm rocking this like brighter colored crankbait. That's my plan. But yeah, good point though. Good point. A raven flew by and told me to join this stream, so here I am. Well, I am glad that Raven let you know what's going on here. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Alex said Canada and you sound Canadian, LOL. Well, James, you're spot on there, mate. Absolutely. I am Canadian and I am in Canada currently, so props to you for guessing that so flawlessly. What are we catching today? Nothing so far, Kyle, but I tell you what, though, we are on to some pike, I think. Big pike kind of fishing day out here. Yeah. Do you drink? Not, I don't. No, I don't. I drink water, lemonade, iced tea. I usually stick to those three. Yeah, that's typically where I stay. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I caught a shoe. That's what I'm saying. I never catch shoes or anything like that. What's up, Ricky? What's going on? Hi from South Africa. Nice to see you from South Africa. Welcome to the Canadian waters out here. Lake Temiskaming we are on. James, Lake Temiskaming. It's a big, huge lake, okay? Gets up to 750 feet deep. That's right, you heard me right the first time there. 750 feet deep. Pretty absurd. Huge lake. I'm Lucas. I'm going fishing next year. Next year? What's stopping you from going fishing right now? I'll be going fishing next year too, though. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel and we'll be able to chat next year as well. I live in BC. Nice. Have you ever gotten drunk? Not really. I try to avoid it. I really do. As boring as that might sound to some people, yeah. That's just the way it goes, I suppose. But Dan's in the chat. 750? That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's like this lake flows all the way into the Ottawa River. Like, it's an absolutely massive body of water. It really is crazy. So, yeah. The temperature is, I think it's roughly, minus 2 degrees Celsius and snowing. Yeah. From Kenya, what's the temp there? There you go. What's up, Cole? Are you having fun and trying to stay warm? Old Man Learns 718. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. It's really good to see you back. And you know what? I'm trying to stay warm out here. Actually, fun fact about me, I lost my winter coat yesterday night. I have no idea where it went. I don't drink or smoke either. I don't drink. I've never smoked a day in my life. But you didn't get blackout drunk on your 21st. Oh, well, actually, I'm 20 years old right now. In Canada, the legal drinking age is 19, but no, I never did anything like that. No. If you answer my question right now, I will subscribe. What's the question? Drop your question in, my friend. That sucks. What sucks? What sucks? Like, 30 degrees in South Africa right now. That's crazy. Jeez. I'm interested. What's up? What are you interested in? Live stream? Pop a question in the chat. Let's get a good conversation going, my friend. You losing the coat? Oh yeah, I'm losing the coat. That's right. I lost the coat. I don't know where it went. I'm sure it'll turn up. Right? I would hope it would turn up. I went to put it on this morning and sure enough it was gone. I have no idea what happened. I really don't. I started drinking before 19. Oh, don't tell the RCMP. Alright, your secret's safe with me, my friend. No worries. You just plan on getting drunk at your 21st? I don't plan on it at all, actually. I don't see what all the hype is about, People love drinking and this and that, I don't know. Okay, one sec. There, is that better? Is that better? Respond urgently. We good? We're back? We're so back? Okay, perfect. My first beer was 16. Haha. Pills in our country. Well, there you go then. Rock on. Now it's good? Perfect. Okay, good stuff. Really glad. Really glad we got that fixed. Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah, well, that's interesting. What's up, Chuck? Chuck put a 1 in the chat. You know, good to see. Good to see a good number 1. Hopefully that's... I've also been drinking before 16 LOL. Yeah, I was never into that. You know, I was never much of a, you know, party type of guy either. So I think that's just kind of where it stems from, or where I guess it doesn't stem from, I suppose. If you have a tank to swim away, to die on the road, to drown... Look, man, you lost me there in that question. Canadian pills is something. Sure is. I said I had my first drink with my father at 8. Right on, James. Starting young, I see. Good stuff. I once walked into a bar with a honeycomb and a jackass. These are some interesting chats we got going on. I'm 16, started drinking and weed at 14. All right, look, let's hop off this whole drinking and smoking topic here quickly. Let's just hop off here. I actually have Nathan. Not heavy, drunk, but yeah, okay. It's all right, especially if you're spending the night fishing. Yeah. How many family members do you have? Good question, Dan. So I've got my mom, of course, my dad, right? I got my 2 sisters and myself. So I got 2 siblings, essentially. Basically, to answer your question. If you have 10 fish, okay, if you've 10 fish, right? So I got 10. Okay, great. 2 died and 1 drowned. 1 swam away. How many fish are left? Well, I guess 6. I guess 6 are left, depending on where you mean by how many fish are still left. Like left alive? Or how many are left, like, where you are? Where are you what are you fishing for? I'm fishing for northern pike. Northern pike, some big ones as well. Right, I will subscribe. Okay, sounds good, Mr. Gaming. Really much appreciated there. Thank you very much. Thanks very much for that. New subscriber to the channel. We welcome you on board. Thank you, my friend. Did Trixie just get invited to the club? Is that what happened just now? What happened there? Okay, I did. You're welcome. Oh, much appreciated. Actually, it'd be 7 because fish can't drown. Actually, so funny story about that, actually, is fish actually can, in fact, drown. Sometimes when you fish actually can drown. When you put them in the water and you flow them back and forth, sometimes when you try to revive them, if you don't revive them properly and you put their gills and flow their gills backwards in the water too much, it actually it overwhelms their system and drowns them. Because the fish don't actually breathe water, they breathe the oxygen in the water. So if you flood it with too much liquid, they can't breathe the liquid, and thus they drown. So that's why when they're above water, you know, they don't die right away, because there's still oxygen in the air. It's just not meant for it. Anywho, a little something there. Brother, ice rain. Yeah, something like that. No, for sure. A little bit of snow in the air, most definitely. You love to see. I'm always hungover and always wanting to go drinking. Interesting, Nathan. You know, what's the why abouts? I'm interested to figure out. You just enjoy. Like, what part of it do you really drives you to do that? Just curious. One time I caught a pike with a dead walleye. Jeez, that's crazy. I know somebody I knew caught a pike, a pretty good sized pike, right? Maybe like a 25-inch pike, right? And then as they're reeling it in, a big old like 35, 40-inch pike comes on and bites onto that fish, and they caught both. Like, crazy. You want to know how I got to your stream? Yes, please. Let me know. How long you been on for, Cole? It's been just about 20 minutes. We're 5 seconds away from the 20-minute mark as of right now. So there you go. All right, Nathan. That's that'll be thin ice there for our friend Nathan. Might have to issue a ban shortly. Okay, Curtis Johnson as well. We might have to issue a ban. Yeah, I don't know that we need. My bad, bro. Yeah, no worries. But let's just settle down here. Not sure where that even came from, but anyway. You're good, Nathan. You know what? But I tell you what, though. I need this. Okay, look. All right, just chill. Everyone just chill. Everyone just try to relax. Water looks low. Is it ever low, actually? Ben out of doors. Welcome to the stream. It's very low. Extremely, actually. It's more than ever before. It's like the marina on this, like the marina closest to shore there towards like the street is, there's shore on the right side of that dock. It's crazy how low the water is, actually. Yeah. Try to relax. That's a paradox if you're trying to relax. Yeah, I suppose, eh? You need another mod? Dan, you know what? I think we're doing all right for now. I think we're doing okay so far. We'll see though. But if I do though, I'll keep my eye open for people just like you who are in the streams and chatting and this and that. Yeah. No, we don't need another mod. Yeah, we're good so far. Shoreline Podcast. That's right, Jacob. So Shoreline Podcast is exactly what we have going on. And I welcome you to that. Welcome on board. You know, make sure you like the stream if you haven't already. We're approaching 40 likes, which is absolutely brilliant. Thank you to everybody for that. And make sure you're subscribed as well to enjoy all the future adventures and be part of the journey here for free. So, and I welcome you to that, to this journey we have. 40 likes on the live stream is absolutely fantastic from everybody. Love to see it. Even down here, the lakes are all 3 to 4 feet low. It's crazy. Yeah. Yo, can I be a mod? Oh, Nathan. Imagine Nathan moderating my live stream. Absolute disaster. Fishing in the snow. That's right. We are fishing in the snow today. What's the target? Target's pike or so. I say or so because there's lots of different species. So I'm really not 100% sure we're going to catch out here. But maybe, you know, bass, pike. Things of that nature. Amber's in the chat. Amber, why don't you enlighten the whole chat on what happened yesterday? Well, I do remember you. What do you mean? What do I mean about what? Did I say something off? Did you catch anything today? Nothing yet so far, James, but we're working on it. You on for a long time, and God bless you and your family. Well, thank you very much. You know what? I'll be on for a little while longer. My phone's at 47%, so basically when that runs out, I'll have to sign off, I suppose. But yeah, at least another half an hour. What happened yesterday? Oh, it's just Amber was on. I'm trying to recall now. Amber went on my stream and said, "Can you say my name or something? Give me a shout out." And so I said, "Only if you're subscribed. So make sure you're subscribed and then get back to me." And Amber said, "Okay, sounds good. I just subscribed. Okay, so can you give me a shout out?" I said, "Okay, sure." I was like, "I'll take your word for it, of course, but shout out to Amber." And then Amber said, "You dummy, I'm just going to unsubscribe now." Like, what the heck's that? Anyway, I think Amber's resubscribed, thank goodness. Yeah. Are Target supermarkets also available in Canada? Not that I'm aware of, no. I don't believe so, Dan. I think the only time I've ever been to a Target was when I went to Buffalo, New York. Yeah. Ever catch a catfish in that lake? There are catfish in here. There are. There's especially a lot more catfish down in the river. The Wabi River, there's lots of cats in there. But there's the story, yeah. Bro, it's 10 p.m. in my country? No way. What country is that? For me, it's 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. I've never seen a Target in Canada. Neither have I, Chuck. Yeah, we just have, like, what stores do we even have? Like, what's the main store that you go to? For me, it's Walmart here. Walmart's like Yeah, kind of the go-to. Excuse me. I should sleep. My parents don't know. Well, Mr. Gaming, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta live a little. You know what I'm saying? Keep the stream open. If your parents get mad, just tell them to message me, and I'll give them some wise words. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Bill. How are you doing? I'm from Australia. Oh, Austria. Sorry, my bad. I added an extra letter or two. I'm from Austria. Right on. Cool. Good stuff. No wonder your time is all ahead of mine. Interesting, right? Superstore, Walmart, and No Frills. Interesting, No Frills. We have a No Frills about an hour and a half south of where I am. There's also a Metro over there as well. But pretty much the only big store here is Walmart, where I'm from, anyway. My aunt used to work at Target. Interesting. Interesting. Not in Canada, though, I assume. Hey, the street lamp just came on. I guess it's that time of night. What's the fishing gear you mainly use? Good question, James. So, for me, mainly, the type of fishing gear I'm kind of leaning more towards, really, is bait casting rods and reels, and I love swim baits as well. Very good. Swim baits are nice. But, leaders as well for pike. I saw a boat out there today, which I thought was crazy. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you caught when I said this, but I saw a person, another person fishing from shore out here, which I didn't think I would see at this time of year, especially. Yeah, snow was just coming down heavy, and there was someone else casting out there, and I thought, hey, they weren't even live streaming, just out for the fun of it. Yeah. Hey, I got on my city's wrestling team. Nice. What city is that? Good to see though. Costco, yeah, Costco's sick. We have one. There's one. The closest one's Sudbury, which is 2.5 hours away. So sometimes not me specifically, but my family members and people I know, my girlfriend mostly as well, go to Costco, for a quick trip. Bring a cooler, load it all up, bring it back. Costco trips happen. Good luck to you today. Thanks, Matthew. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Stay around for a little while as well. Stick around, stay tuned, ask some questions. I'll ask you some questions. We can chat, have a good conversation out here. That's like the whole point, I think. Get to know some people, this and that. But thanks for the good luck, though. You should grab a tub of frozen minnows and then put them on. Easier said than done, I think, on that front. Grab a tub of frozen minnows. I don't know. I'm not sure where I would get the frozen minnows to begin with. And then it's like this and that, right? You have a fishing license? Of course I do. I do have a fishing license. Thanks for asking, though. Making sure. What are you, conservation officer or what? Closest one to me is 20 minutes away. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I got a $1 raise on Friday. Nice. Silver 22. Absolutely lovely there. So there you go, man. I'm sure you very much deserve that. So that's really good. Hopefully all goes well there in the future for you as well. Sick. Good stuff. I'm thinking about saving. Oh, I missed the chat. Get the pot re-chatted in. Stop catching poor fish. Oh, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm not catching any, so everything's fine. No fish are being harmed in the making of this show. Excuse me, I breathed in too much cold air, I suppose. Around here, almost 90% of gas stations have minnows, worms, leeches, and smelts. Yeah, well, now, like here, there's no more worms anywhere because they're out of season or some crap. The worm fridges are empty. There's still some minnows, though, but it's quite a like if there's frozen minnows, that's one thing, but I don't want to have to buy minnows on the way here, because the place I have to buy minnows is quite out of the way, and then I would have to, of course, anyway, I lost track of what I was talking about. Or the minnows, yeah, I would have to bring them here in a bucket and pick them out of the bucket, and it's cold. I have nowhere to set the bucket, really. I don't know. It's just, another $160 a month, so I'm happy. That's good. That's good stuff. I'm sure that 160 is going to go to something good, so, it's fantastic. Purely extra, basically. Yeah, no, that's good. That's awesome. LOL. Gets too hot in Texas early morning or dusk. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Too hot in Texas. That's your problem is the heat. That's interesting, isn't it? Try shrimp in the murky water, especially when it's hot out. Really? Interesting. Huh. Anyone want to learn German basics? I don't know. What do you know? What do you know? Hey man, you should try Trera or Cabajo as a bait. It works pretty good here in Amazon. Interesting. I wouldn't even know what that is. What is that? Is that some sort of creature? Is that live bait? What is that? Yeah, that covers my donations to your channel, LOL. Well, right on. Right on. That's good. Thank goodness, right? We hate to take that out of your regular income. Now it's extra income, I suppose. That's good. What city are you in? Scott Miller, 8294. I'm in Northern Ontario, Canada. Okay, what city am I in specifically? I'm in a little city. It's about an hour and 30 minutes away, north of North Bay. No one never really heard of it. Try it, thanks. Yeah, good stuff. Do you have any spoons in your tackle box? Actually, I've got all kinds. I didn't bring my tackle box here with me. I just brought this rod and this reel and this lure. That's it. And of course, my streaming setup here I have going on. But yeah, no, I do have spoons though. I like them. I use them all the time. Lots of pike on there. I know everything. I know everything. Oh, that's fantastic. That's good. That's good to hear then. I'm back again. All right. Treon VR is back. Welcome back for another stream. Good to have you here. Make sure you've pressed the like button on this stream as it helps the channel out massively. We're 3 likes away from 50, which is pretty sick. So let's get that going. Left English and right is German. Hello, hello. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm excited to see some more words. The boonies, haha. Yeah, pretty well. It's like one of those towns that you pass through on your way to a different town. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a small town that you're like, oh, look at this little town, and then by the time you really think about what's going on, you're past the town. That's where I reside. Pretty interesting stuff. A lot different than big cities. Like, maybe some people might laugh at me, but a big city compared to us would be like North Bay. Morning is Morgen. Is the G pronounced Morgan or Morgen? I prefer it's more. I don't know. There's probably an accent there. May I ask why you have 4.72K subscribers and only 16 viewers on a live stream? Yeah, for sure. So it's I don't exactly know how it works in that regard. I am on the vertical live stream right now. So anyways, it basically adds the stream to the vertical live feed. And so it just recommends it to a bunch of different people. And yeah, I don't know entirely what's, a lot of people just subscribe and then I guess don't see the live streams or whatever else. But it fluctuates though. It fluctuates for sure. Because a lot of people don't have the time. It's a good question though. I wish I knew myself. I just liked. Nice. Well, thanks, Tree on VR. Appreciate that. But yeah, you know what though? That's pretty much the way it's going to be. Nobody, who has their subscribers basically just collect, over the years and over the months and years. But every time you post a video, every time you go live, it's like you're restarting at 0 viewers again. You get what I'm saying there? But yeah, like I'm sure you probably have some YouTube channels you're subscribed to and then you just don't check them out anymore as much, or you move on to a different channel, or stuff like that, or maybe you're super subscription loyal based. I don't know. How are you? I'm doing very well. Excellent. How are you doing? Today equals hit. Interesting. Probably most people subscribe and turn off notifications. Yeah, pretty much. Like I think it's a lot of people subscribe to support the channel and then maybe they don't stop in as much. Or I do that all the time with people, like not on purpose, but I see people's channels, I like what they stand for, I like what they do or whatever, I want to support them, so I press subscribe, and then I don't know, I can't be bothered, I guess, to tune into a lot of their videos sometimes, like with some channels. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube videos and stuff, really. If I catch myself watching a lot of YouTube, I think to myself, like, I should probably just be doing some stuff for my own YouTube channel, and then I end up editing a video or going live or otherwise. But I like to subscribe to people to show, appreciation, and I know how it feels to get a new subscriber. It's pretty nice. So I like to do that for others. Anyways, are you all set up to go some ice fishing? Not really. So I don't own any ice fishing gear. I never bought any. I always had a hard time in my mind buying ice fishing gear because I thought, like, I don't really enjoy ice fishing gear. Excuse me, I don't really enjoy ice fishing that much. I would do it though. Only time I would go though is if I'm like borrowing someone's cabin and then they have some gear out there or something. That's normally what happens with me. I see you liking a lot on Instagram. Well, every now and again I go on, I used to be a lot more of an Instagram user. And then I was just like, it's crazy how much I end up on Instagram. It's almost like a default program. I go on Instagram and I do whatever, and then I'm like, I end up on like a really stupid video, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Anyway, since then I deleted it. I don't have Instagram anymore. It wasn't worth it to me. Anyway, I deleted it. That lake's looking wet for me. Oh, same here, man. Same type of thing there. It's not for everyone. It is fun though. It costs a bit to set up at first. Ice fishing? Oh yeah, because like the trouble is for me is I end up thinking to myself, like, if I just buy an ice auger and then it's like, well, I need an ice fishing rod to fish that, and then if it's cold, I need some sort of portable tent, and it's super cold, I need a heater, and then I need an ice scoop for the ice hole, and I need a place to put my live bait. I need this line. I need a new line, pickerel rigs, ice fishing lures, ice fishing rod, reel, maybe a second ice fishing rod and reel. Now I need a sled to pull my gear. Like, it turns out to be a lot. And it's the only reason I say all that, and it almost sounds like I'm complaining about it, but what I kind of am, it's like, I don't think like the outcome for me, which is to ice fish, is really that significantly great. You know what I mean? Like, I spend a fair amount of money on fishing like this, but that's because this is what I enjoy the most. So that's kind of where I stand there. But do you like ice fishing? Who's a big ice fisherman here? My parents caught me watching you on YouTube. Uh-oh. Are you all right, man? If you're all right, if you need, put them on the chat and we can have a conversation. At least you're not watching some garbage. At least it's Cole J Fishing Adventures, you know what I mean? It's valuable. Tip ups, hook setters, yeah, everything, right? The list goes on, and that's my problem with it. So when I go for the few times I do, I know a lot of people up here that have ice shacks on this lake that are accessible. They don't use them all the time. Maybe I want to go out and film a quick live stream or something. I can just pop out. Their ice shack is always there. And so that's good. A lot of people keep their gear out there because that's the only spot they need their gear, right? So it's like, if I know them well enough, I can just go out there and use that. But yeah, ice fishing is my favorite, then fly fishing. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? Ice fishing is fun if you're with a good group of people, I think. If you're by yourself, well, in my case anyway, but enough about my case. Are you professional? I'm a professional. That's right. So in case you're wondering, I am in fact a professional there, Joanne. Welcome. Are you allowed legally to talk when fishing? I thought you always be quiet. Not me. So a lot of people sometimes say, you got to be quiet. The fish are going to hear you. They're not going to bite. I don't know. I think that's a myth. I think that's a myth that people tell other people that they want to stop talking. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're fishing with a really annoying, I don't know, somebody, just your cousin or something, say, right? And they're just like blabbermouth, yippity yappity, and you think, hey, like, just quiet down. Instead of saying, shut the hell up, I can't understand what I'm even hearing right now, be quiet now. Instead of saying that, you would say, hey man, you know what? In order to get some more fish in the boat, because I know it's very important to me and you to catch some fish tonight, that's the whole reason why we're here. Why don't we try just being quiet, let the fish, get used to the environment, because when you're quiet, the fish don't hear you as much, and when you talk, you scare the fish. So let's try being quiet. All of a sudden, same effect, but different means of getting there. But what's up, Cole? What's up, John? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Perhaps you caught me in an odd moment there. I was explaining something, but my neighbor's cat ate my fish. Well, that sounds terrible. I love chat. You love chat. That's good. I like the chat too, in fact. I think the chat's very nice. Nathan, it's not freedom of speech if you start off what you're saying with a rude comment. Well, that's all. How about it is freedom of speech, but sometimes your speech isn't really accepted. You can say whatever you want, but the outcome might be might issue you a ban. Basically, is what happens. But you can say whatever you like. You just might not be able to say whatever you like for much longer. So that's all that is. Trixie will issue you a ban. Nathan was struck by the ban hammer. That's what'll happen if you say too much. If you spread too much garbage around here. We're a garbage-free stream here, so I'm Lucas, not Joanne. Oh, okay, right on. Joanne Lucas Gardner. Yeah. All right, Lucas, sounds good. Sounds good, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. So is Joanne your middle name? Or is that like multiple names in one? Trout, if you're fly fishing, they can spot you well towards the stream. That's right. In very, very clear water, that is a legit concern, is spooking the fish with your movements and this and that. Yeah. I just sneaked back. My parents don't know. Oh my God. Yeah. Not my mom's. Oh, okay, right on. Gotcha. Mr. Gaming said hi. What's going on? There goes my crankbait. Okay, look. All right, Nathan. Look, man. Let's maybe time out Nathan for the shortest amount of time here. We're gonna need to not see those types of things. Let's get a quick timeout on Nathan's behalf. Just for the shortest allowable time, just to really, like, he's on the edge here. It's for a minute or two. There you go. 10 seconds. Perfect, Nathan. So that'll be that. I know you can hear me right now, so if you keep pushing on with this type of trash, I didn't mean to. Well, you typed it out and pressed send, so don't give me that. It's not a big deal, except for the fact that we don't need that here. There, okay, fantastic. That water looks shallow from shore, maybe 4 feet out. Yeah. Shallow from shore to maybe 40 feet out. You think it looks shallow out here? It's actually hard to say. The water is so dang murky. I don't even know what is going on out there. It also could be like the lighting as well from the lamppost above me. Okay, 1 minute, because the time we were talking, he already chatted. Yeah, I didn't know you could mute for 10 minutes or 10 seconds. That's really short. What rod do you suggest for starting? Lucas, I think for starting out, like very, very first time fishing, if you've never touched a rod and reel before and you just want to try it out. Yeah, it looks shallow. It does on this camera though, I noticed. But no, Lucas, if you're just starting out, I recommend using a thumb cast. That's the way I started out. That's the way a lot of people start out. You see though, it's got like a little button you hold and then you cast it and let go of the button. It's super easy to use and it gets you used to everything else as well at the same time. As far, it gets you used to casting, reeling in, catching fish, things like that. So I think that's gonna, yeah, Derek not catching me with that garbage either. Anywho. But yeah, that's what I'd say, Lucas, is a thumb cast of sorts, I think. Yeah, no problem. And once you feel like you want to change, then go to like open reel, like a spinning reel type of thing, kind of like the classic fishing rod. But you know, stick with the thumb cast as long as you want. We don't say those numbers in this stream. That's right. No, we don't. We don't. I like to stand clear, not be a supporter of that type of mental garb. But John's in the chat. You love to see. Tying hooks. Gotta get good at being a Boy Scout. That's right. There you go, Chuck. That's awesome. Yeah. Gotta get good at it. Got it. Right on. Right on. You're 12, Lucas. Okay, cool. So you're 12 and you just want to get into fishing. What kind of fish are you looking to catch? Or what kind of fish are in your area? You know, what else? Do you have any other questions? I'm happy to answer anything you got. Yeah. Well, the temperature is starting to drop pretty good out here. 21% battery, so we're still good for a little while. Carp. Okay, interesting. So I guess okay, I don't know exactly how. Like, how do you plan on catching carp? Have you planned on that yet? I know a lot of people just cast out like whatever it is on their hook, like bread or corn or something. I've heard it works well. Just cast it out, let it sit there. I mean, yeah, if that's what you plan on doing, I mean, yeah, okay, right on. Sounds pretty good. Well, that should do the job. Those types of reels and stuff are good for casting as well, so that's good. Hi from England. I love to catch carp and pike. Nice. Chris. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Love to hear that from you. Good stuff. Doing good other than I missed the chat. Hold on. Oh, John, what the heck is that? What's poison sumac? Sounds terrible. Not ideal. From what, John? Good question. I'm using bait? Okay, like what kind of bait? That's right. We don't use these, type those numbers either, or we get the hammer out. I don't want to get the hammer. Corn, yeah. I've heard a lot of people say corn works well. Corn and bread, but mostly corn works better than bread. So I'd say it's a fantastic way to start out. See how that goes for you. See what you can get onto. But carp are a pretty cool fish. I've never caught any either. But I would like to, you know, see what it's like one day. But pretty cool fish. They get big too, I think, depending on what species. Corn is a great bait for carp, very much so. I think a lot of people tell me that anyway. This is what I meant. All right, go ahead. I'm excited, but it's next year. Well, you got lots of time here, Lucas, to plan out and see how things are going to go, see what spots you're going to hit first and how you're going to hit them, I suppose. Lots of time to get your, you know, do research if you care to do so. If you just want to see what it's like for yourself, you go ahead. But, you know, you can get your rod and reel all set up, things like that. Trixie, I was helping my dad's saw up some trees that had fallen from previous storms. Turned out the trees had poison sumac on them. Turns out I'm extremely allergic to it as well. John, how are you doing? John, how are you doing at this point? Are you okay now? That's terrible. I'm getting for Christmas. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Even better, Lucas. Even better. It's awesome. Well, that's great. You know, maybe if I get to talk to you after Christmas, I'll see how it went for you. That'd be pretty cool. Get something rather. I can't even pronounce that. But yeah, John, you'll live. I'm sure John will thrive. You will. Okay, right on. Good to see you. As long as you're subscribed, you know, I'll be able to talk to you in the next live stream, you know. Next live streams in the future. That'll be good. That'll be good. Poison sumac or swamp sumac. So woody shrub or small tree growing to 9 meters, 30 feet tall. Small? Does that say small shrub? A small tree, 30 feet. That's not terribly small. Took that from Wikipedia. Interesting. Okay. So what happens to you when you get that on poison sumac on you? Yeah. I like to use boils and pellets for carp. Okay. Interesting. So interesting. Yeah. No, that is interesting. I think I'm subscribed. Okay. Well, there should be a button in the corner up here, I think. And if it's a white subscribe button, you gotta make sure you click that. And if not, you should be good. Well, yeah. Good stuff, though. Where you at, bro? I am at Northern Ontario, in Northern Ontario, Canada. You sound ill? Excuse me. I'm not ill, actually. It's just my nose is stuffed up for some reason. I had a cold slightly, like a long time ago. But I think it's just the weather. I think it's just the weather that makes me, but I'm trying to also sound clear. Like, I don't want to sound that way, so I guess sometimes it just backfires on me or this or that. But we're still doing well. No problems here. J Ducks said hi. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Fantastic. Well, welcome on board again. I just subscribed. Well, shout out to J Ducks 6094. Welcome on board from Cole J. Personally, it's good to have you here at Cole J Fishing Adventures and many good times to come. Welcome to it, my friend. How are you doing on this evening? Hopefully all is well. God blessing. Well, thank you. The dermatitis shows itself in painful and long continued swelling and eruptions. So John looks like a bit of a swelled individual right now, perhaps. So Trixie just turned into an AI pretty well. A delayed AI. What fish are you at? I'm on Lake Temiskaming right now. Lake Temiskaming. I'm doing much better than but I still have swollen face. But yesterday my eyes had almost completely shut from the swelling, but at least now I'm almost back to normal again. Holy smokes, man. Tom Patterson's in the chat. What's up, Tom? Welcome to the evening out here. You catching anything? Nothing yet so far, my friend J Ducks. New subscriber, by the way. I haven't caught anything, but every cast is a new opportunity. In Canada, that's right, in Canada. In Northern Ontario, Canada. That's correct, my friend. It usually peaks within a week, but can last as long as 3 weeks. A rash from poison ivy, oak, or sumac looks like the patches of streaks of red, raised blisters. Jeez, John's in a bad way. John is in a bad way. That's too bad. Right on. How many years have you been fishing for? Oh, a lot of years. A lot of years. Insider bot Trixie, there you go. Oh, but I've been fishing for a long time, ever since I was probably, at least 10. Like, I've been fishing for probably over 10 years now anyway. Over half my life, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty crazy. I got caught from my parents again. I am cooked tomorrow. Okay. Well, best of luck to you there. Stay on the line. Wow. Yeah. Well, I am 20 years old now. My apologies on that. My apologies on that. But yeah, 20 years old now, and I was been fishing since I was at least 9. Cole, I was fishing 17 years before you were born. That's crazy. That's crazy. Very, very interesting there for sure. Wow. Okay. Well, bear with me here a moment. I just have to take my lure. It's snagged in my tripod, so just give me a minute there. Fix that up. Okay. All right, I'm back. All is good. Just a bit of a thing there. Okay, I think we're okay now. Good gracious me. Oh. Okay, we're back. We're falling pretty cool, yeah. Good gracious, right? No microphone, all good. Maybe you can hear me now. You're cool. Well, I try to be. Yeah, I decided to put some rocks on my tripod now, so that should be all right. Goodness me. I tell you what, today's stream is brought to you by Technical Difficulties. You should have seen my stream a couple days ago, 3 days ago. Oh, it was just filled with technical difficulties. Terrible, terrible thing. Hear you good now? Good stuff. Okay. That's another part of the reason, why an indoor streaming setup would be okay. Every now and again, stream from inside, catch up on some different things. The mic is better now? Thank goodness. Gracious me. Is fishing difficult? It's a good question, Lucas. And you know what? I think fishing is as simple or as difficult as you want it to be. It can literally be, well, first of all, what do you, by saying fishing might be difficult, you must be implying that there's a success and a failure. Like, what is a success for you? To catch a fish? Because if so, it's not too difficult. Yeah, so I think for sure it can be as easy or as simple as you want, as complex or as simple as you want. You can literally just cast out, a bobber and a worm and just chill out there where the fish are. Eventually you're going to get a fish. That's just the way it goes. Or you can look into all sorts of different fish movements and that time of day, weather, water temperature, this and that, the water color, match your lure to it, match the line to it, this and that. So I think it can be as simple or as complex as you want, and catching fish is not overly difficult as long as you're fishing in an area where the fish are, But I think, sometimes it's not all about catching fish. It's about just, having a good time, enjoying the environment. That might sound like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But I think if you have fun time with it, you catch some fish, it's good, throw some live bait out there. But fishing's not overly difficult. Eventually you get to know what's going on, and you learn all the time. That's the thing, right? You're constantly learning. It's like life and fishing, everything else. Cole on the Couch series. Yeah, something like that. Actually, I'm getting a pretty good streaming setup kind of going right now as far as it goes. They're doing pretty well with it, I think. Yeah. So I'm thinking so. What's going on? Oh, doing a little bit of fishing. Fishing requires patience for sure. Sorry, my bad there. But yeah. No, it does. What the heck? I guess I casted out my swim bait, my thing, and anyway, the point is, yeah, fishing requires patience for sure. It does, unless, of course, your mind is more focused on, the time that you're having. I think if you're solely focused on catching fish, it's easy to have a bad day. But if you're just out for a good time, and fishing and this and that, I think you can have better days out of slower days. You're the best fisherman? Right on. Well, thanks for saying so, Lucas. I try to be pretty decent myself. I do well, yeah. You have to like being outdoors, that's for sure. If you don't like the outdoors, and you're only there for the fish, that's not going to be ideal. A stream sitting by the fire would be cool. Yeah, it's true. It would be. There's all sorts of interesting ideas, and you know what? I'd like to get into that. Something like that. Chill games. Yeah, it's interesting as well. But yeah, I'm getting a bit of a streaming area set up on my desk. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do some Q&As or something like before the stream starts, and answer some of those questions and incorporate different things into it. Maybe I could do. Yeah, I don't know. There's endless ideas, all sorts of things, and the reason is, what's up, Hammy D? I'm up late to watch you fish. Well, right on, Lucas. It's we're all good for it. You know, the stream will be, wrapping up in maybe 10 minutes or so anyway. So, it's good to have you all here. Yeah. But what's up, Hammy D? Good to see you. With me, I'd fish to be outdoors and watch the fish and watch other people fish. Yeah. I like fishing because I really like, especially in this place where I am, like the scenery and the outdoors and the vibes and stuff like that are fantastic. Like fishing out of a canoe on a lake no one's ever really been to, through like different areas and stuff like that. Seeing the scenery, the mountains, some mountains there, some trees, really nice area. So it's like, even if I catch no fish that day, I still had a good day, I'm interested. Yeah, that's good. One streamer had a trivia card game with fishing questions. Interesting as well. I'd like to get into some other things, like, on nice days I'll still get out here or ice fishing, but in the meantime, for those days where it's not doable for me, I could fire up a live stream indoors. I'm working on a setup at my desk, so I'll have one camera, as in like the main camera will be pointed towards kind of the side of me where I'll be looking at, and then I'll have like a second camera that's sort of pointed at me if I'm looking something up on the computer or something. I can switch over to that camera, so I'll have a different very different type of stream going on, especially with when I'm at home with my computer. There, like, the possibilities for streaming and everything else is like, it seems endless, right? Like, I have all these different streaming options and capabilities I can work with, and I can do a lot of different things that I've never done before live, like, even like reacting to different videos, like, you know what I'm saying? Just brainstorming. I can bring up different clips, or we can talk about different news stories, fishing news stories. I saw a thing the other day about some big fishing tournament where someone was doing was in a fishing tournament, right? I think it was in their kayak, if I remember correctly, and they had some very interesting way of cheating with, when they were weighing the fish. They were doing something, and they cheated the whole tournament, and the people found out about it, and he was banned, and it was interesting. So we could talk about things like that, and get people's input there, and just, it's basically like, instead of just doing no streams, for like a long time or very far and few between, we could kind of just get together and chat for that type of thing. There's weights in fish. That's right. So we could, look at some of those stories and see about, they put lead in the weights in the fish. I saw that. Like, Cole sparkles, so he must be a vampire. I don't think I am, but we'll have to see, I guess, what turns out. But yeah, no, there's lots of different indoor streaming ideas you can come up with, and I'll have to get all of you guys' input on that and what kind of show we should run. Yo, Cole, should I go to the pier Friday? I kind of want to, but I kind of don't. So I want you to be the honors to pick for it. Well, Edwin, let's weigh out the pros and cons. Why would you want to, and why would you not? Let's walk through this. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch. I'm currently in the process of coming out with some different show concepts and ideas of what I might do, and it's turned out to be very interesting. We'll get some good shows going on, so I'm excited to see you all there and see what kind of things we come up with, because I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be interesting. We always get up to some good conversations, so that's all good there. And prevent Cole from catching pneumonia. No pneumonia being caught here. A hood is sparkling from the frost. Really? Pardon me there. Vampire confirmed. Well, that's all good. Sounds cool, Cole. Yeah, lots of cool things coming soon for the channel and for everybody else who's subscribed and who's a part of the channel and the channel's journey. So stick around for that. You know, stay tuned there, and big things coming soon. I just gotta click this button quick here. There, now we're good. Wait, Cole, have you seen Twilight? I actually have. I have not seen very many movies, but that's one that I have seen. Yeah, not a bad one either. Yo, Angelo. What's up, Angelo? How are you doing? Hope all is well with you. Good to see you here on the stream. Welcome. Yeah. Yep. Welcome. It's getting a bit chilly out here for sure. Okay, then you understand the reference. The reference about the sparkling? I don't understand the sparkling thing, unfortunately. Am I supposed to? Maybe I'm out of loop a little bit. 63 likes on the live stream. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to that number. Fantastic from everybody. Okay, so my uncle and aunts are going, so I have no parent or cousin going, so I won't have anyone to talk to, okay? And I want to go because it's saltwater and we often fish freshwater. Well, I think, you know what? Can you just go in for a little while, and if you don't like it, you can always bail? I think sometimes being by yourself is all right, as long as you're comfortable being alone, like as far as, you know, other like safety things go. If you're okay with that, I think give it a try, you know? Give it a try. See what you can do. And you have a good point, though, about that. If you normally fish freshwater and you want to try saltwater, that's perfectly fair enough. I think you should go. I do. You know, you can always bring bring an earbud or something, listen to some music, listen to a podcast or something if you feel that way. Make a bit of a day out of it, you know, and I think that could be good. Yeah. Yeah, if you enjoy that type of thing, you want to get out there, heck yeah. Absolutely. Unless you just absolutely hate being alone, then it kind of takes the fun out of the whole thing. But for me, I think sometimes being alone fishing is perfectly okay. Yeah. You'd probably remember No, I don't actually remember that quote at all. I watched that movie a long time ago, and I don't recall a lot of it. But I remember the base premise of the whole film, I think. Somewhat. Thanks, Cole. By the way, I'm going to Orange Beach Pier. Interesting. Well, best of luck to you there, Edwin. Best of luck to you. Hope all goes well. And hope you get lots of fish there. Yeah. I've been sitting here doing a face mask because my skin is so horrible right now. Well, there you go. Hopefully you get out of that what you want. But, yeah. What is that comment? Did he... Yeah, no, I can't read that, unfortunately. But 65 likes is fantastic from everybody. Thank you all. Huh, well, that's interesting. Very interesting. Let me get a few more casts in before I head out. Oh, and I'm hooked. What's the last fish you caught and when? Oh, Hammy D, it has been a long time, my friend. The last, several streams, I haven't caught anything. It's been slow. But the last fish I ever caught was... In fact, I don't even remember. But it was a long time ago, really. No, actually, I think it was... Oh, jeez. It was a while ago. It was my... I feel like it was my most recent video, maybe. Like it was at least a month ago, I think. Crazy. It was a pike. It was a nice pike too. It's the Yotja language. Oh, okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, interesting. Never heard of that language before, my friend. Never have. Cool though. You know what I think I'm gonna do tonight? I think I'm gonna list some Cole J Fishing Adventures stickers on the website. Just the logo stickers. Post them on there, I think. See how that works out. Some people, well, Silver22 is asking about stickers. Or thought stickers would be kind of cool. I can put those on there, and maybe I can even give some away on a live stream or something one time. I don't know. Interesting thought. I'm full of ideas and thoughts myself. Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Good stuff there. But stickers are fun. I think they are too. I think that'd be a pretty cool addition to the website. You know, we haven't. There's nothing else really like that on there. So. Yeah. Yeah, stickers are cool. I think so too. So I think I'm gonna try to do that. I'll try to put some on there tonight and see how that goes. It may as well, right? May as well. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'll put stickers on the website. I'll make them super cheap too, so that anybody who wants, you know, support the channel in a way of getting something shipped to them, you know, I'll try to price them as cheaply as possible so that I don't lose money, but that people can still stop in and get some stickers if you are interested. You know, it's like a cheaper way for someone to get some Cole J merchandise, perhaps. Not a bad plan. Yeah. My mini fridge is full of stickers and my tool chest at work are full of stickers. Well, maybe I can be an addition. Me with my 10 cents. Yeah, I don't know if 10 cents is gonna quite cover shipping or anything, but I'll see how cheap I can put them, and I'll put them like right there. You know, obviously I don't want to lose money on this, but I'll put them like bare minimum. Yeah, that'll be my plan. I've seen that vampire show too. Interesting. Vampire shows, huh? Very interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen too many movies or shows. Everybody always asks me, you know, have you seen this? I'm like, no. And they're like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just haven't quite gotten around to it or something. Yeah. But anyways, that's all good. Crazy how much the temperature dropped out here since in the last hour. Like it's crazy. Or maybe I'm just like getting the effects now of the colder weather. Could be as well. But in any case, hope you can all see me well. Hopefully you can hear me okay too. Have a good evening, Cole and viewers. I'll see you in the next live stream. That's right, Bill. Sing All I Dream Of Is Your Eyes song. You want me to sing that? I'm not much of a singer myself, but that's okay. We get the idea though. Get yourself a heated jacket? Perhaps I will. Not a bad investment. We're down here at 6% battery. Been live for almost 75 minutes. Good stream. Good show here, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that. And big thing is coming soon. Big live streams, big shows on the way. Stay tuned for that. Welcome to the channel, everybody who's new, everybody who's been around here a long time. I appreciate you all. And love and respect to all from Silver22. Thanks for that. Here's your top 10 XP holders quickly. Number 1, we have Silver22. W's there. Number 2, we have Trixie. Then James, Jar Jar, and Kino, Chuck, Catchy B, Enzo, Handy D, and Malachi Tristan. So there's your top 10 XP holders. James is back. Unfortunately, we are wrapping up the stream here 75 minutes in. It was good chatting with all of you. Great time I had hosting tonight's live stream, and I'll catch you all in the next one, wherever it may be. But I'll see you all there. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic evening all.